Hello and welcome to my channel. This is going to be the week ahead forecast. Recording this on March 19th, so this should be for March 20th through the 26th. But if you find it outside of that time frame, it could still be applicable. As always, whenever I do these readings, I don't know what the title is going to be, so if the title brought you in, great. And as always, these readings are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. And also, I may or may not be the reader for you, to be completely honest. There's a ton of great readers out there on YouTube and Twitch and elsewhere. So no hard feelings if you want to click off. Totally get it. And we're in that last little bit of Pisces season. The next new moon, which is coming up in a couple of days, I think it's on the 21st, is going to be the start of Aries season. So that's going to be extra fun because I believe that also falls on the spring equinox for those of us in the northern hemisphere. And I think there's some other stuff going on this week as far as astrological happenings. As always, I am not an astrologer, so you'll want to defer to someone else for all that info because there's a lot. Anyway, I think that is it. I know the intro I recorded for the last week ahead was very long, so this one I'm intentionally being very short about. So, without further ado, let's get into the reading. Okay, without further ado, we're going to do the fire signs next. That's going to be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you have that in your chart, this probably is for you, but if it's not in your chart, have no fear. If the title brought you in, you can still watch it. I definitely mentioned that to the water signs, but they also got the message that everything is connected, and I mean, I feel like I should say that to everyone. So like, if you feel drawn to watch all the element signs, go ahead, like, as it's there. Anyway, without further ado, let's do yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same sort of thing. Let's pull a moon card and the Empyrean card because we have the new moon in Aries coming up. I feel like that's gonna be like a fresh start for you guys, for you all. So what do we need to know for my fire sign viewers for the week ahead? What do we need to work on? Okay. This is a stack of what looks to be 5. I'm not going to take all of those. We'll take this one though. Let's see, I feel like we really wants to have multiples come out, so maybe let's do 2 more. If 2 more want to come out, that would be awesome. You can do 3 piles. Or 2 piles, or whatever you want to do, cards. I have to laugh because it's always that thing of feeling like the universe is trying to teach me temperance and patience. Yeah, that still feels right. Okay. Then for this one, we want to do 2 as well. What do the fire sign viewers need to work on? That is way too much. But apparently we need to have lots of messages. Let's see. I'm drawn to this one and this bottom one, so I'm gonna say that is it. Yeah. And then I think I'm gonna do a quick little tarot message here, and that makes sense because that's the Ace of Wands at the bottom. Wands are fire. Feels like confirmation because it goes with the new moon in Aries coming up, the new start, all that good stuff. The beginning of the astrological year. This deck is really being silly. There we go. That feels right. What do the fire signs need to hear for the week ahead? Okay. Already have 2. Let's get 1 more, please. Okay, calm down. Okay. Wow. We will get into that in just a second. I want to check something. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, we just have 1 card that flipped. It's the Page of Swords. So it's like an underlying energy. It's not, it didn't come out, but it just flipped. So the main thing I get off of this one, it's like studying or learning or getting that stroke of inspiration and imagination, but that's just what immediately popped in my head. And then it's funny that I brought up the water signs because they had the Ace of Cups that came out. So it's interesting that that's the bottom of your deck. And then we have 3 cards with very similar background colors, which go with my nails of all things. Very watery energy off of all of them of some sort. We have this Fool card reversed. It's funny, is from this vantage point, it looks like we're looking at a reflection of someone going into the water. And then we have the Ten of Cups. You see, I'm really drawn to this not really drawn to the people on the rainbow. I'm drawn to the children playing on the beach here, and more water. And then we have more water with the Six of Swords reversed here. You know, it's that boat motif on some really choppy water. And the boat is being pulled by a bunch of corvids. So what I'm getting off of this, hang on, I'm noticing more stuff. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna, well, yeah, I'll just go ahead and say it. So, on this card, I am drawn to how there's this like wave or splash of water going on right here of the Ace of Cups, like it's being freed. And then in the background of this one, it looks like that same type of kind of splash here. Trying to do it at an angle so you can see if that kind of similar effect of like water shimmering, if you will. And that's kind of why it feels like, with it being reversed, why it feels like we're looking at the reflection of like someone falling into some water or a river or a lake, or like a cliff diver. So it's like, normally like the Fool upright, it would be you or someone like taking a leap of faith, starting something new. But this reverse with the reflection thing, it's almost like you're watching someone else make the leap. I'm not sure how else to describe it, and it almost has that kind of like feeling of like either watching because you just want to see something go wrong, or maybe it's with a little bit of jealousy behind it. I don't know why I feel compelled to say that, so I'm just gonna say it. And then this one, where we have that same sort of like watery spray like on those two, is you kind of see it throughout the little ocean thing scene playing out here. And that's all I'm really drawn to, is what's going on here, and not really much else except maybe the clouds up here. With this one, it's that's all I'm really drawn to, is just how these two kids are playing, and it's like I can almost hear it in my head of like them playing tag on the beach, and then someone being like, don't go out too far. And then with this one, I'm drawn to that same sort of kind of splashy, watery motif thing with the water coming up from the boat here. So to me, this feels like a really rough journey, because normally Six of Swords for me is very like smooth, forward progress. No, this is like everything going wrong with what's going on. Like, it's almost like a vacation trip gone wrong, of like, you know, everything that can and will go wrong does. just thinking, because it's all tied together, but it's just so... It just seems so... I can't think of the word. I'm going to see what's underneath this. Because the card was peeking out and it just made me feel kind of like I need to check that. Seven of Pentacles reverse. Interesting. Immediate thing I get off of that is impatience. Yeah, that could definitely do it. I definitely feel like these two are tied more together than all three of these. Just the feeling I get off of both of them, but like technically they all three are tied to each other, but these two are more connected than all three together. And I say that for a couple reasons, is that it just, what I'm drawn to on these two, it just clicks. I don't know how else to describe it, but this one, it's like, I don't know if it's nostalgia for the kids playing, or if it's something that you yourself want, or someone you know wants, like a family or something like that, or, you know, a time in which things are carefree, or something like that. But these two, we have something going wrong, and then we have this like watching someone else make their big leap of faith, and not necessarily like watching from a just to watch perspective. You know, it could be watching to see them fail, or watching because you want to see them do well. But it's not from like I said, not from like a neutral perspective. It's like you either you're like watching because you want to watch the drama, or you're watching because you genuinely want to see them do well. You're gonna know which one it is. I don't know. Good grief. This is like, I never get that off of this card, but that is all I'm getting, is like this, someone watching someone else go into the water. Okay, I'm going to move on to these cards, and then maybe there's something that's connected with these and these cards, but it definitely, let me try that over again. The definite feeling I get off of this is that, like, there's definitely some stuff going wrong. We definitely have, like, it's not you necessarily doing the leap of faith, the new start. It's you watching someone else. And maybe something going wrong is tied to that. Maybe it's you watching them as something that goes wrong. I don't know. Anyway. So for this one, we have the Moon card. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. And then this is Attract. And then for this one, we have... Wow. We have the North Node card. Step out of your comfort zone. And Dark Star. Those are two very similar but opposite things. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Just the immediate thing that I get off of both of those is it may be tied to this thing that I'm describing of you watching someone else do their leap of faith. Maybe it's something that you always wanted to do and you're afraid to do it, but you'd rather watch someone else attempt their dream, which is also your dream, and you're secretly hoping that they'll fail, or secretly hoping that they will do well, so then you can try it yourself. Fun fact about me, I have my North Node in Aquarius, so then my South Node is in Leo. And then we have a giant lion on this card. I have to laugh at that. Okay, let me get the little booklets for everything and we can go over these. I feel like it will make more sense once we get into it. Okay, so for our South Node card, and also look at that color match. That is just wild. Okay, South Node is going to be I think it's at the very back, yep. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, or perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship that you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Some additional meanings for this card are: a relationship is karmic and is played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. I mentioned it earlier, but especially with this card coming out and these meanings coming out, definitely watch the water sign reading for this week, because they had a lot of the same themes, and that might be all tied to this. I'm going to do that card, the attract card. There we go. To attract is to enter the spiral dance. Contrary to what many viral online creators will tell you, to attract, to be aligned, is to decide to live in a construction site. It is not nearly as one-dimensional as it seems and extends far beyond the vision board. When we begin to focus on what let me start over again. When we begin to focus on what we want, we are often first met with what we don't. We open the door only to find an old pattern staring us in the face. It is our first temptation. We may want to feed it because it feels comfortable and familiar, but the magic is in letting it starve. It is closing the door in its face and saying, I don't know what will happen next, but I know I want something different. We may then move a bit closer to what we want, but not quite. We may toy with letting it play out until we cut it loose and move on again. Each step is moving us closer to our true desire, the experience we really want to have. It is not a straight line, so do not get discouraged when you engage in energies that feel lower than what you want to have. Trust yourself enough to know when to stop. We must let ourselves get reborn again and again in this process, so do not expect to arrive. You will fall and skin your knees, but get up and keep smiling. The key to attracting is play. let yourself enjoy the game. Come alive in the dance while still stretching towards the stars. And then the song is Straighten Up by Yvonne Fair, and a lot of the stuff really tied into this card here, so these definitely go together. And then the little bit about playing drew me back to the kids here that I was drawn to, and then just that whole thing of sometimes it's best to know what we don't want to figure out what we do want. So, like when it comes to dating, I know sometimes everyone has a checklist of what they're looking for, but I find sometimes it's better to have a list of things that you will not accept. So that way when you do get in that relationship, you can look at that list and see, from another perspective of, oh, is this person doing these things that are unacceptable? Or, are they really measuring up to what I want and desire from a relationship in a person, and my own needs and their needs are being met, and so on and so forth. Okay, so then for this card, your North Node one, it's going to be very similar to the South Node. I can already tell based off the first sentence that I just read in my head. So it's all connected, we're all connected. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you're headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you, within reason, which ties into the Fool. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Additional meanings for this card are, you're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet, and you've got this. Yeah, this keeps tying into the water one. And then Dark Star was the other card. Let's see. There we go. When there's something burning within you, open your mouth. The world begs us to push things down, to pretend the injustices don't exist, to not ask for more. Authority wants us to feel small and capable, to let ourselves wear down and fade away. We spend a lifetime tucking away our power, handcuffing ourselves to keep the peace, but energy is neither created nor destroyed. Each time we have bent to the will of something seemingly larger than ourselves, we have not given our power away, because that power lays in wait. It starts lining your spirit, continuing to grow, waiting for the day you will discover it. It is the rage, the excitement, the fury, the how dare you. It is a hurricane, and if they let you have it, they would have to call you by your name, the storm that dared to be. But what is more holy than reclaiming this storm, of letting the thunder inside you crack through the sky? You may have to sever the telephone lines and rip up the foundation, but there's a world of color waiting to be seen. The next time it rains, call it by your name. And the song with this card is Black Sun by Dead Can Dance. Yeah, this definitely feels tied to this card of like the storm that the boat is going through, because it feels so choppy and like stuff going wrong. If you harness that energy right, you can get through the storm. It will be okay. Goodness, I really hope this resonated with someone. It just, man, this one just is really tied with all of these, and then also the water reading. I feel like a broken record to keep saying that. Yeah, if this resonated, please comment down below, and you know, as usual, you know, if you liked it, please like it, subscribe, all that good stuff, and really appreciate all of the likes, the shares, the subscribers, all of it, the viewers, the watchers, and I hope you have a good week whenever you watch this, and I really truly hope this helps someone out there.